Zen everyone, today we are going to start a new chapter of class 9, chapter 8 quadrilateral. Before starting this chapter, because we know that we already discussed about the quadrilateral in our previous classes, so before starting that defines the many more properties of quadrilateral. First, we will discuss about the what is quadrilateral. So definitely you can see a quadrilateral which is comes from two words quad plus lateral. Quad definitely you can understand. Quad means four and the lateral means sides. We can see a closed figure which is made up from four sides. It is called quadrilateral. Also we can you know that quadrilateral also we can say a polygon with four sides. It is called quadrilateral. Then we will discuss about the types of quadrilaterals. How many types of quadrilateral? So when you define the types of quadrilateral, so first we have to understand how many condition is there to define the types of quadrilaterals. So we can write here types of quadrilateral. The most important things to understand the types of quadrilaterals. The first properties which we have to discuss earlier also. The first condition, if one pair of opposite sides are given, which is parallel, like this. If only one pair of opposite sides are parallel, it is called trapezium. This is the first type. Second, when two pair of opposite sides are parallel, like this. When two pair of opposite sides are parallel, definitely it will be a parallelogram. The third one, this is the first type, this is second, and third one, if there is no pair of parallel lines, only adjacent sides are equal, like this. So this will be a kite. The rest of the parts, the rest of the types of quadrilateral, which is called types of parallelogram. So you have to understand how will you find out the remaining part, the remaining types of quadrilateral from the parallelogram. So look at the parallelogram. Like this is parallelogram A, B, C, D. When we change when we change any angles of a parallelogram into 90 degree, change in angle into 90 degree, it becomes rectangle. So this is the first type which we will find from the parallelogram. It is called rectangle. I definitely you can understand the rectangles. All angles are 90 degree. So this is also a parallelogram, but The difference is all angles are 90 degree. Because all angles 90 degree, that's why diagonals are equal. The second type, when we change in length in a parallelogram equal to the breadth. So we will define change in length equal to breadth. It becomes rhombus. So we can understand. So there's a difference between in a rhombus or the rectangles rhombus. All the sides are equal. Like this. It is also ties up parallelogram, but all the sides are equal. In the both cases, in a rectangle and a rhombus, when you define the properties of rectangle, the first property is always you have to write all the properties of parallelogram. All the properties of parallelogram, because these are types of parallelogram. The second property which you have to write, which is additional properties, not in parallelogram, only in rectangles. The first one is all angles equal to 90 degree. Second, because all angles are equal, that's why diagonals are also equal. Diagonals are equal. When we talk about the properties of rhombus, so again, the first property you have to define all the properties of parallelogram. The second, which is additional properties, not in parallelogram, all sides are equal. Because you changed the length equal to the breadth, all sides are equal. Next, because all sides are equal, that's why you can see that when you join the diagonals, they will intersect, but they will bisect, but they will perpendicular bisector also. So you have to write down here diagonals are perpendicular bisector. The last one we can find from the rectangle also, in a rhombus also. So when we change inner length equal to the breadth, it becomes square. In a rectangle, you can see that if all the sides, only opposite sides are equal, when you change when you change in length, it becomes square. Change in length, it becomes square. So square means all the sides are equal. Because comes from the rectangle, you can define, sir, all the properties of the rectangles. First properties, additional property, which is not in rectangles, all sides are equal. all sides are equal. Because sides are equal, that's why diagonal will perpendicular bisector. Perpendicular bisector. Understood? So I'm talking about the diagonal. Okay. So these are the basic things which we have to discuss. Okay. If you want to find out the square from the rhombus, so definitely there is another techniques. So you have to change in angles. When you change in an angle, it becomes square. Change in angle into 90 degree. So again it becomes square. So we have two methods to find out the square from the rectangle, from the rhombus also. So this is the complete presentations about the quadrilaterals. So we can revise. I think you understood all the concept. So in this video we discussed about the quadrilaterals. So quad and laterals. Quad means four and lateral means sides. So a closed figure which have a four sides is quadrilaterals. Then we have discussed about the types of quadrilaterals. So there are three types. One is trapezium, where only one pair opposite sides are parallel, and second we discuss about the parallelogram. So parallelogram where two pair opposite sides are parallel, it is parallelogram. Third one is kite, so where only adjacent sides are equal. A B C D, this side equal to this side, this side equal to this side. Only one pair of angles are equal in a kite, and only one pair of diagonal bisect also, this equal to this. The remaining part, which is the types of parallelogram, which we discussed recently. How will you find out the remaining part of the parallelogram from the remaining types of parallelogram from parallelograms? So this is the complete video about the quadrilateral and its type. Hope you enjoyed the video. Okay. Thanks everyone. Jai Hind.